I'm James Kever, and welcome to Kever on Cardano. I'm a stake pool operator for United Stakes of Cardano. Our ticker is USA01, and there are three of us. Dave handles finance and compliance, Isaac handles the server and programming, and I make the coffee. We've got a pretty cool show lined up for you today. The NFT world is on fire right now. Over the past couple weeks, we've seen an explosion of non-fungible tokens, and even more interesting are tools emerging that actually allow you to mint your own. And that's what we're going to do today, hopefully. We've got two stake pool operators who've developed NFT minting tools, and we're going to give both a shot right here on the show. Now, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. If you've got any questions for any of the guests or myself, that's the best place to ask them live. And if you're watching the replay of this, simply leave your questions in the comments and we'll make sure that they get answered. We're also going to give away one of these NFTs. We're going to give these NFTs away that I'm making to someone in the audience, so stay tuned to find out how to take advantage of that. And without further ado, I'd like to welcome our first guest. This is Mermaid. She's a stake pool operator for Metro Mermaid Stake Pool. I believe I'm saying that right, Metro Mermaid's Stake Pool. And Mermaid, thank you so very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And all right, so if you would, just start by telling us about your stake pool. I was so surprised when I initially made contact with you that you're really doing some amazing work in addition to this NFT minting tool.
Yes, so we are a nonprofit stake pool. We help fund organizations that focus on restoration and protection of our planet. The different issues that face our waterways are vast and many, and this was a really unique way that we could help the community as well as our planet and give back to it at the same time. So yeah, we don't take profit. We are all about giving back to these organizations and helping put their work out there and showcasing what they're able to do and how they do help. So.
Very, very cool. And so can you talk a little bit more specifically about some of the charity work that your pool has done?
So we are starting off this year really hard and heavy with Great Lakes Alliance for Earth Day. We are teaming up with different groups and organizations across the Great Lakes regions. We are hosting 7 different beach cleanup locations, and that is a huge movement of just showcasing how individual areas can come together to have a huge group effort in this Great Lakes region.
Awesome. And so that's what the whole Mermaid thing is about. It's kind of like the water, environment, all of that?
Yes, that is how we tie it in with our environmental work. A lot of us are home raised here in the Great Lakes region, and so the water here is very near and dear to our hearts, and the issues that it faces, many of us either struggle with in the areas that we're at or are trying to already fight with the groups that we're working with. So Great Lakes Alliance, Belle Isle Conservatory, those kinds of groups, we would really like to do our best to work with them in their projects to help get the word out about how we can fight these issues.
Awesome. Now, rewinding here a little bit, I'm really curious, how did you get interested in Cardano in the first place?
So this was a situation where I was looking into investing and doing this situation where I was giving back to these organizations and kind of furthering that effort and looking into the communities that were behind all of the different coins out in the crypto universe, we'll say. Some of the communities out there I found to be kind of toxic, for lack of better phrasing, and the community with Cardano was really positive. They really seemed to want to help and put it out there for people to be able to make something themselves and be a part of the community. So it was just a really welcoming environment, and so I found this was the place for me. And
how did the idea to start the pool come up?
As I mentioned, I am already a mermaid for my regular hustle. And so we were already working with groups, and I found I wanted to give back and educate on how they could kind of move into the new ages of currencies and also help these organizations.
Cool. Now, talk to me about this NFT minting project. How did you come up with that? And you came up with it pretty quickly too, because I mean, NFTs are kind of new. I mean.
So my husband and I have been in programming and development for over 30 years combined between the two of us. We have developed websites that were for games, websites and apps that were for checking your balance on different accounts. So development, servers, design that was something that we're pretty familiar with. And after having so many people be like, hey, I need some help, we wanted to make something that people could do it on their own and not necessarily need so much help. And not to say that we've taken that away. There are many that we're still helping to walk through the process, add, fix whatever the issue is. But it was something that we wanted to make it accessible to the common user.
All right, well, I'm just reloading right here because I did give it a test run. I also have created some graphics. Let's take a look at those for this whole little minting process. We're gonna call the NFT I'm minting with your tool, the Kever Tails Coin. Let's see if I can pull this up.
Oh, I like it.
In favor of the mermaid tails and all of that stuff. And then with Patrick's, we're going to do the Kever Tails coin, or excuse me, the Kever Heads coin. So you got heads, you got tails, and we'll give these away to 2 lucky audience winners. I got to figure out how we're going to do that, but yeah, so cool. All right, so that's that. Now let's we're going to go to your site. It's metromermaids.com/mint a token with hyphens in that. And so let's, shall we do this?
Let's go.
All right, so right up front, follow our guide to learn how to mint your own NFTs. We're going to mint an NFT. So I'm going to click right there. The short name, we're going to call it Kever Tails Coin. Is that right? Kever Tails Coin. There we go. All right, and okay, so now it's time to throw some money around. Let's go into my most used wallet, and this is the receive address. Go back to your, whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Put the receive address right in there. And to define an NFT, you can add custom properties above. Variables are needed for proper format. Yeah, I read this. There's just more details to customize your coin. You can go in as deep or as, you don't even have to do a lot of it, right?
Yes, so this is a situation where you can either leave everything as is and just mint your coin now, or you can open the guide and there's a little bit more instruction on how to adjust that and information to put in that you can use. And we are learning as we work with people, certain issues with minting them, character spacing, that kind of situation. We are trying to make sure that we get all those guidelines in there as we find any issues.
I see, I see. Now that I think about it, I actually want to use a different wallet because I did the test from that wallet. Here, let's use one of these. And so I don't want to add any confusion when we start looking at that. So we're going to copy this address right here. We're going to go back up here. Put that in there. And this other thing I like a lot, lock policy, no future minting or burning or metadata updates. And that's basically the difference between a non-fungible token and a native asset, right? It's the minting policy, whether you can make more or not.
Yes. And essentially that's how you want to, it's how you want to put that coin out there and what you want to do with it. So I don't have the best understanding of it. My husband has a little bit better on that situation, and I'm still learning. So it is one of those things where if you read through the guide, it'll help you kind of understand how that affects it, and you can get those answers more clearly.
Awesome. Now, real quick, I want to take a look at the chat because we have some chat going on. I'm very excited about that. I believe that's Jamie, Think Grow Crypto. And very grateful that you're watching. And she says, okay, there's actually a couple people here. Great tool, a lot more versatile than mine. You can change the metadata yourself. I like that. So someone else has done this. Patterfind has said hello. Hello. I'm so excited. People are talking. That's great. All right. And yeah, Think Grow Crypto said, I have yet to test out these tools and mint my own. So excited to try them out. Yes, definitely, and we're going to do it right now. So let me get back to the web, and we're just going to, let's see, what have I done wrong? Create the token. How do we do the graphics part of it? Is that afterwards?
So, should have been, let's see here within the instructions. I thought it was right at the top.
Maybe it was, and I just missed it. Let's see. You generate your IPFS hash and Airweavled on your own. Let's see, Airweavled on your own. Very easy. Just use the free tools. Okay.
So okay, so on the how to mint your own token, there is an instruction to go to that IPFS site and upload the image, bring that back, and include it in the metadata.
I see, I see. Okay, well, we're just going to, because I don't know how to do that. We're just gonna.
And we can, I'm pretty sure we can help add it afterwards, so that we can have it in there for you, so that it's available for whoever wins the token.
All right, perfect. So let's do this. Let's create the token. And now it kind of waits a minute, and then it's going to give me a little little flash window that says, let's see.
So early on in our development days, we started a game for, well, teenagers to own animals and train and show them. And one of the quickest things we learned was when we were putting any kind of programming in, it had to have that reload screen to let people know we're working on things in the background. And so, yeah, if that bugs anybody, let us know. We'll try and find a better way to present it. But it just lets you know that our servers are talking to each other and working.
Got it. All right, so now I got to send 3 ADA. So I got that in there. Let's see. I'm going to add a memo just so I can keep track of this. This is alrighty, and that should be good to go. Send using a Trezor. You know I love my Trezor.
Don't we all?
Is that what you use as well?
I'm not really sure. I use Yori. 2 other ones, but off the top of my head, I'm not positive what they are.
Right. Yeah. So Trezor. This is a Trezor hardware wallet, and
okay.
Yeah, that's the one I use. The Ledger is the other really popular one.
Yep.
I personally.
Have a Ledger.
Yeah. Okay. So now we should be able to do this transaction, and this was. Enter. All right. Okay. Okay, that should be good to go. Now let's keep an eye on our transactions, and it should be coming any minute. But I think your website will even tell us that. This page will keep reloading. So once you get this transaction, then it's going to say, there we go, completed. Check your wallet. Within a minute, the tokens should appear. If you have any troubles, reach out to us on Twitter. I love that too. You know, I've kind of done a deep dive into this site, and you're always saying, if you're having problems, reach out to us. We're going to help you. And I really...
Yes, so my husband is essentially my full-time IT development team behind me. We work a lot on this together, but if there's an issue, he is available and very, very quick to help. He really wants to make sure it's as smooth of a process for you as possible, so don't hesitate to reach out to us.
All right, perfect. So now we can see that transaction that was sent. This next one should be showing up here pretty soon. Let's see. All right, and I think it just came in. It sure did. There it is. So let's take a look at it. I can find my mouse. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, here it is. Kever Tails Coin. Awesome. How cool is that? Brava. Yeah, so that's great. You did perfect.
Process, like, and yeah, I know the guide. There's a couple extra steps in the guide that like help you add some options for your coin or how you want to mint it. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning. how they've all worked this out for me behind the scenes. They've done a really good job presenting it to make it easy. And so don't be afraid to reach out to us and we'll help if there's an issue.
Sure thing. What do you think the future is for this minting tool?
Personally, I just want people to know that it's available for them. I mean, so we have future plans for more tools and more setups on the site. I don't really want to give away any details just yet because they're working on it, but I really see people who might not necessarily have had the option to make a coin or an item available to the world. They'll be able to put it out there for the world and reach that much more of an audience. Someone who is stuck in Africa or Russia or even areas of the United States that are not so great, they will be able to take that artwork and present it to a much larger audience and maybe help themselves live a better life.
Very good. All right, so last question I have for you. What was the response from the community initially when you first released this?
Positive. We really, as I mentioned, we are here to help and we want to make things that you guys find useful. So we really wanted to hear feedback, and that's generally how we tend to release anything, is to test the waters with how does this work for you? Is there a way we can improve it? We are a husband and wife team, and we very much so get close to our projects, and that can be blinding sometimes. So we appreciate community feedback and help and how we can improve it for the standard user.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on the show and showing that us all of that. I would like to have you on your Cardano update, so let's talk offline about getting that segment shot and put up there for that audience as well.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.